long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, I am here to give you an update today because we've been going through a lot of changes in this house, and I really just want to let you guys know what's going on. This is my second time recording this. Jumping right into it, at the start of our day, we usually get up and we do family time. Family time is now being changed to around the table, because this is something I want my kids to get used to and know that, especially as my kids get older and they become more independent, I want them to know that around the table is a time that we spend together as a family. Right now, this covers Bible, and to talk about Bible, we were doing the Focus on the Family by Tony Evans, the Kingdom Quest. This is what we were doing, and we finished this and it was very good. This is good for boys or girls, and this one is the one that's ages 11 to 13, but they also have one that's 7 to 10, I believe. And we did it at the same time because basically inside the one for the younger kid just has like less words. It makes them easier for them to comprehend. This one is a little bit more heavy. There were beautiful stories in this, and we talked about so many things in this book. I love that they got to take quizzes every chapter to learn more about themselves and where they are when it comes to things like resilience or their purpose. And when we did the chapter on purpose, I was very surprised on some of the, traits that my kids got, like being like service. And I was like, service, like my kids, like. But it was good to be able to do this as a family, and we basically did one a week. We didn't do it every week, but when I pulled it out or whatever, we did do it. So we are finally finished this. So this for me was a plus in our homeschool. While we are doing family time together in the morning, they use these paint by stickers. These are Masterpiece. These are harder. They do have like this same company, I believe, has like easier ones. It's like half the page that are easier, but these are masterpieces, so these are a little bit harder. At this point, my kids have literally gone through all the little books because we started this like maybe a year and a half ago, and we now have like a sticker ball this big because they take the leftover paper and stick it into the ball. They really like that they're doing that. But if I could show you the inside of one, this is basically what one of them looks like, but it goes on, and some of the pieces, as you can see, get really, really, really small. So yeah, but they like doing these. And then you have the stickers that come with whatever piece that you're doing. One thing that we were doing in school, which we were doing during family time, was our 50 state study. I have completely quit that because it was just taking so much time for us to sit down. And even though I had all the resources, the books about the birds and the flower and the flag and all the facts and who's the present governor, like honestly, we were starting to get bored. And for me, I feel like you're really not gonna know the flower for Nevada 8 years from now. Like, I'm over it. So what I did with that, and what I also did with Spanish, because we weren't really doing any Spanish, and I just wanted to get their vocabulary with Spanish a little bit bigger for the upcoming school year, because 2 of my kids will be taking Spanish 1. My 7th grader that will be in 8th grade, he might be taking some of his credit towards high school, maybe in language and maybe in science. So that's what I'm looking at for them right now. But back to what I was saying, I got flashcards with the capitals, because for me, when it comes to geography of the United States and the fact that it's not really taught that much, yes, you should know certain things. You should know how to map. You should know where it is. And for me, I feel like that's what's important right now, is my kids knowing the continents, where they're located, the countries or states and their capitals. Like, that is the biggest thing for me right now. I don't need my child to draw the entire United States of America. Now, if my child was into art, then I would kind of go in that direction. But yeah, I only have one artist that really likes to draw, so yeah, that doesn't work for us. And I also did it with Spanish. So at this point, we are up to 30 Spanish words and 30 states and capitals, and we haven't started it that long ago, and we'll be done before the end of the school year. With Spanish, because I think I have 100 words. If we do get all to all 100, I will buy another stack, even if it's the end of the school year, because I will just continue this with my now 4th grader as he goes into 5th grade. Because for me, as long as I feel like you have some vocabulary and stuff like that, and you know how to have a basic conversation, that's really as far as I'm going to push my 5th grader as far as language. And he really wants to learn Japanese, so yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Yeah. Next thing we do in our family time is vocabulary cartoon. This is a wonderful book, and I would say if you don't have this book or you wanted to expand your child's vocabulary, this is a great book. This is actually our 2nd year going through this. Like, why not do it over and over again so they really learn the words and not just, go through it once. We spend so much, digging and finding curriculum. Like, use the book more than once. It's fine. Some of them are not going to remember the stuff. Some of them will. So it's good to go through it more than once, especially when it comes to vocabulary. And I like this because it always has funny little crazy cartoons inside. Our read aloud, which we started at the beginning of the school year. If you know and seen our curriculum, it is the story of the world. Presently, we are in the Middle Ages. This is only book 2, but the blessing in disguise, I would say. Not really a blessing like that, but my kids have been sick on and off, and it was like one kid would get sick and then I would get sick and then the next one would get sick, and we have been on this big cycle, which is why I haven't really been doing any YouTube content. I did get a chance to shoot some videos, so I do have some reviews coming for you. So as far as academics are concerned, a little bit into homeschool groups. My kids enjoyed the homeschool groups, but I think the biggest things for me and my husband that really didn't work was how much money we spent out on the groups. It just took a little bit too much out of our budget, and we weren't able to do like the field trips and the outside things. And everybody doesn't have it to where like, oh, we're going to do all the things this year. So because they chose to do a homeschool group, we are really not getting to travel as much as we would like to, and I would like to travel more. So with that being said, like, homeschool groups for the next year are really, really not on the outlook for us, because we would like to be able to explore the world. It's one of the greatest benefits of homeschooling is that you can get up and be like, we about to drive to Florida and be out. So, yeah. And even with me having a high schooler, like, I'm not worried about all the things. And I tend to let myself get overwhelmed and stressed, and then I have to back up and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, calm down. It's going to be all right. As of right now, my little one might do his half-day CC group, but that depends on my older kids and their schedule and how that's going to work out for everybody. I definitely like being home because that lets you be freer in what you need to do, for me. As far as his CC songs, they're going great. He's learning everything that the songs he needs to learn. We are finishing up Fix It Grammar. This I really liked. I have a review coming for you, so stay tuned for that. Next up is Structure and Style by IEW. I definitely love IEW. I don't know. So my 4th grader is doing the themed book, and my older ones are doing Style and Structure. And that's because he had to have it for CC. Structure and Style. I feel like I like Structure and Style more, and it is working for us. I feel like it's better laid out, more right there. But then you looked in the theme books and I feel like it's not different. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with the theme books, and I don't have the same hard time with the binder, even though I feel like it's the same layout, just different stories. And maybe it's not, maybe I'm not looking close enough. But if my fourth grader was going to do this next year, I would definitely put him in style and structure. As of right now, my older ones probably will be rotating this into next year, but my younger one, I'm probably just going to more focus his writing with his science and history, because at this point, I don't really think that I'm buying him a curriculum like that. And for my 7th, soon to be 8th grader, some of his books are just going to be these, making sure that we go through everything that he needs to know for 8th grade. And then his big thing next year is really going to be having that independent time to really work on a book that he wants to write. Well, he actually has a series that he's working on. So that's something he really wants to do. So I really want to make the time for him to do that. The last thing is math. We are sticking with Matthew C. I really don't have any complaints about it. Sorry about the noise, guys. It's working for us. We're moving through it. Pull it out. We do the sheets a day. We set a timer, work for an amount of minutes. Sometimes my older ones get 2 sheets done back and front. And my younger one, sometimes he gets 3, depending on the work that's on the page. Because he's like, oh, I know this, blah, 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 blah. And when he's in the mood, he'll blast right through it. So this is working for us. I do, again, love that they have the application and enrichment for when I do want to challenge them to think a little bit harder. So I do like that about Matthew C. If you would like to see a flip through of any of these, let me know in the comments, and I will do some flip throughs of these curriculums for you. Sometimes our goals get redirected. So my plan was to open up a shop, and I still want to do that. But for me, I really like physical products. There's nothing wrong with digital products. Digital products take a little bit more time to do, even though the physical product takes work too. It's just that once it's physical, there's really not a lot of more work that you have to put into this. So for me, with that, and also for me and my husband wanting to be in a better place, even though my husband works hard and we are taken care of, but we want to make some moves. So I am presently back in school, and hopefully this schooling, which is a lot, but hopefully I can get through it by the summertime in order to start working. This is my goal. I will be working from home part-time while I am homeschooling my kids. So I will be a working, stay-at-home, homeschooling mama, okay? And this is just so, you know, we can really fast track where we are trying to go as a family and things that we are trying to do as a family. So that is something. I already came out of the field of court stenography, so it's like in the same field, which is why my training is not going to take that long before I can really start picking up some clients. So that is what I'm doing right now. So now let's talk about looking forward to next year. So presently at this time, this mama is reading all books about teens and homeschooling for high school and boy stuff, because I am a boy mom, and just trying to improve the way we function as a household, especially raising boys, because boys are not lazy, just feel like, I just want to chill, I'm not doing nothing all day, or I don't really want to work on this work. So yeah, all the things, working through that. As far as schooling is concerned, there are things that I will be taking off of my plate. I have already looked at what we will be doing for around the table, and that is, I will be teaching them spelling, grammar, and Bible we will do together. I haven't decided whether I'm going to give them a separate Bible curriculum, because For my older ones, I really want them to start digging deeper into the Bible. I know you can do that together as a family, but I feel like my kids are at different levels, and I feel like I can challenge my older ones a little bit more in their study of the Bible. And my younger one, he's kind of like, yeah, I'll listen, but I'm not, it is what it is. So I don't know whether I'm still going to keep everything they learn in Bible in family time. It would be easier that way, of course. Yeah. So we're going to have our around the family table time, and then after that, we're going to have our core 3 basically, and that is literature, writing, and math. And these things are going to really be the staples in our homeschool next year. We really need to hone in our writing skills next year, as I will have a 9th, 8th, and 5th grader. So we really need to hone in on these writing skills, getting our math skills where they should be. The other things, I will kind of rotate things in and out in our around the table time, and our biggest thing will definitely be read alouds. We will read for half an hour, and then I will break down 3 more things like grammar, spelling, and I still have a slot for something else. It might be memory work that we do. And like I said, as the year goes along, I will just swap things in and out. Poetry might be in there and all those things. And then for science and history, those are my big, what are we going to do for science and history? I know for my 5th grader that he will be writing and taking notes and building and touching things for science, and my 8th grader too. I just want my 8th grader to have a solid foundation on certain things, and even though he really does, it's his choice. We haven't talked about it yet, but he might just do the earth and space science with his 9th grade brother next year so he can get his high school credit, because he really is ready for it. And then next year, everybody's going to have independent study. My 14-year-old is going to be doing cooking. My 13-year-old is going to be doing writing, because he wants to write a book. And my 10-year-old, when he gets to 10, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a 10-year-old. I don't believe it. But when he gets to 10, he's going to be interested in anything. We'll see. But my thing is to really have a break midday. So basically them doing literature, math, and writing, and then having independent time to work on something that they really care about. And so for those subjects, I'm trying to spend like 30 minutes writing, 30 minutes on math, 30 minutes on literature, and then 30 minutes in their independent subject. And then after that, it will basically kind of be like lunchtime. So they can do more of it if they want after lunch, or less of it. And then after lunch is when we incorporate things like science and something else. As moms, we want to do all the things. I really didn't like that I didn't know what exactly they were doing, because I like to keep track. So when it came to the homeschool groups, it's not that I didn't like their classes. It's just that my type A self, I just really like to have a layout of what we're doing next week, what's coming, what's happening. Because then when they ask me like, oh, I need help, I would be like, I have no idea. And I would have to start from square one to try to help. Sorry for the noise. To help them find these answers. So I just for next year would like to know, or be on the academic side of it more than the extracurricular side. So right now I'm looking for outside extracurriculars that they can do and rotate through. Yeah. And as far as home, as far as home is concerned, we will rotate through like music and art and money and life skills and stuff, other things that you want to incorporate. I cannot wait to share the schedule with you. And even now, as I'm talking about next year, I am redoing my schedule for the end of the year, and then I will just swap out things as the summer hits, because 9 times out of 10, when we are home in the summer, we will be working on some writing and just things that we need to catch up on. So, excuse me. So, guys, I'm looking at the time on my camera and it says 26 minutes. And I'm like, I can't believe I sat here for 26 minutes and talked your head off about everything. But I just wanted to give you an update on things that are going on in our homeschool. And if you have watched this entire video, give me a thumbs up in the comments, because you are a champion, and thank you for the support. And I know that the days are starting to feel long. What I would say, mama, is give yourself grace. The year is almost over. Let's keep pushing. You got this. You're going to do great, and enjoy all the curriculum hunting that you're probably doing right now for next year. It will be here before we know it. But even in that, take your time, rest, detach from homeschooling, and just have fun with yourself. Because I know it can be all consuming, but sometimes we have to just say, nope, not today, and give yourself a break and rest. I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, I can hear the Legos. I'm recording. And rotate and rotate. And